JPGraphics Printing Solutions, and I brought a small sample of stuff that I've done in the past, and I can pass some of these around. So I guess a pile this way and a pile this way, just so you guys can kind of take a peek at some of the stuff I've done in the past. Been in business since 1994, and I've kind of grown and added functionality to what I do, since I don't have any minimum requirements, so you can get what you need when you need it. And if you don't know what you need, I'll help you figure it out. I'm working on a hiring thing for you, a little handout, and we discussed back and forth. We were going to do it one way. Well, no, with the content we have, I think it would be better to do it this way. So we went back and forth and decided on a final format, which I think would work good for what he's wanting to accomplish. And it'll be cost effective, because then it'll be smaller, one sheet, half page, over an original of a trifold, which is one piece at a cost versus two pieces at a cost. So the two pieces are going to be cheaper. And I always try to keep that in consideration of what you need, what your budget is like, and I can have options. So if you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on really nice paper, I can do it on not as nice paper, although that doesn't mean it's bad paper, it's just, it's cheaper. And I use high quality paper, everything. I don't do any seconds on stuff. Unless that's what you want, then that's what I'll do. I just got a garment printer, which I did some stuff for Caden. This is one of them. And I can do different colors, mostly light colors. I don't have white ink, so that's resigned to screen printings. And then this is a different one. So I got this one. Oh. And pet stores, you know, if you hear something, or anybody, you know, they spend money on pets. Horses, dogs, cats, doesn't matter. If you got 4 legs, then they'll probably spend money on it. And it can be on baby clothes, it can be on anything. 50-50 cotton is preferable. 100% cotton is better. But, you know, I can supply the material, or you can, and then all you would pay for would be the printing. As far as paper products go, there's business cards, flyers, mailings. I did a mailing for Kathy, helped save her a bunch of money from what she was thinking of doing. I had an option and said, oh, okay, I can do that. That's better. So we did that. But that's what I like to do, is sit down and talk with you to find out what exactly your needs are, what your goal is, and stay within that. I don't consider myself a copy shop, although I do copies. But when I take a file, if somebody sends me a file, I like to look at it, do a test print, see how it's going to look. If I can tweak it, I'll ask permission. Can I tweak your file? I think it would look better. Yes, no, maybe, whatever. Then I'll do it, send a proof to make sure that everything's good before I run it. I just want to run it sight unseen. I don't do that. I don't like to do that. Because if it's a mistake, that's your nickel. If it's my mistake, that's my nickel, and I'll gladly do it over. Sort of. It'll cost me, but that's fine, because my goal is to make you happy, to make you satisfied with what you're getting, and so that's what you'll come back, you know. Carbonless forms are a big one. I do a lot of carbonless forms for contractors, pest control, anybody that needs to do a site visit and needs a signature. They have their copy of the signed piece, and the customer has a copy. That way there's no mistaking, well, but you told me this. Well, no, I didn't. You signed, this is what it is. And that's very helpful too. Concrete workers, roofers, all kinds of those. I've done all that whole gambit of different construction and handyman services and things like that. Specialty booklets, product catalogs, little booklets for reconstruction of cookbooks. There's one of them in there somewhere, the one that someone bought at a garage sale, wanted to create a copy, but it's out of print. And so consequently, I scanned them all in, I did what I needed to do and made a booklet out of it so that they could give it for Christmas presents. And it came out better than I expected it. You know, it was little torn edges and stuff like that, but that's okay, that kind of gives it some character. I didn't print them with torn edges, but you could tell by the scan that was what was going on. I can do all different kinds of bindings, or spiral binding, which is what Kent has. Comb binding, which is the other real heavy, but it doesn't lend itself to folding back. Spiral binding does that better. And then I have what's called a perfect bind, which is like a paperback book. It's solid on the spine, and you can't fold it over or do anything, but it's just, that's relegated to fatter books. But spiral binding, I can go quite heavy on that, 2.5 inches. I don't know, there's something going around.
Do you use the metal, like real true spiral binding?
No, I don't use the metals, mainly because they're more expensive. But the plastic ones, yeah.
But you're not talking about comb, you're talking about true
The
spiral.
true spiral, yeah,
Okay,
Kent's got one of those. And laminating, I can laminate anything up to 11 by 17. I can print anything up to 11 by 17. I can do small little notepads, half page, full page, quarter page, doesn't really matter, because I've got the glue to make the pads. And let's see, gee, laminating the menus. So if you hear of anybody that's needing takeout menus have been crazy lately with everybody needing takeouts, but that's fine too, because I could do, you know, full page, half page, foldovers, whatever. I got free local delivery, so anybody within this Wichita and surrounding, Mulvane, Andover, Augusta, stuff like that, I'll deliver. Or we can meet in the middle to make it easier on the both of us. It's not a problem. Yearbooks, I do Title I school, low budget schools for their yearbooks. Catholics, St. Cecilia Catholic School in Hayesville, I've done their yearbooks for quite a few years. Robinson Elementary, I've done their yearbooks for a few years. They decided last year to go with Life Touch, and I'm not slamming Life Touch, but one, they're kind of expensive for the type of school they are, and they didn't get the service that they thought they would get. And when they give me their files, I'll format it, I'll go through the pictures, because a lot of times when a lot of the parents and the staff and things will take pictures, but there's a certain thing that a lot of them don't know. There's a yellow cast to a lot of these pictures. The yellow cast is caused by the fluorescent lights. So you have to go into your phone or your camera and make settings to compensate for that. A lot of times they don't know, they just take the pictures. So I'll go back through all the ones that are yellow and I'll fix them so that they look better. Life Touch won't do that. They'll just, whatever you give them, that's what they'll do. I don't do that. I pride myself in at least putting my eyeballs on it and making it look better. You know, because a lot of people don't understand or they don't realize what they can get if they just go that little extra. And that's what I like to do. I like to do that little extra so that they remember that, oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, you know, and it's just better. You don't know what you don't know. I do calendars. There's a Wichita brewery I do calendars for occasionally. The one that he has, I kept that one. I always try to keep samples of everything I do. That one happens to be a reject because when I was drilling the hole to hang it, I kind of was off center, so I had to drill another hole. So there's like 2 holes. Like, it doesn't look very nice. So I didn't give that one to him. I kept that one. But there's all kinds of things. I've done everything in between. If it's on paper, I can print it. And if you don't know, then I will definitely help you figure it out. So if you have any questions, was that my 10 minutes? That's 10 minutes is awfully long.
No, but I'll give Debbie a plug. There's a cookbook from my wife's childhood that my wife, I mean, you just can't find it. It's definitely not, they definitely don't print new ones. and used copies are going for like $30-$40 if you can even find them. It took her 8 months to find one. And so I just shot Debbie a quick email with, you know, just a little bit of information. I said, how much would you charge to recreate this? And her prices are incredible. I mean, 2 copies from scratch is less than I thought it would be. So little things like that, she's great at.
Everything I've ever had that Debbie's done in the last, how many? 10, 15?
Something like that.
I don't know. Have been superb. Copies of pictures, incredible. Just, she does the best job of anybody I've ever seen, so.
Oh, and I keep forgetting, photo enhancements and reprints, I can do those.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that, I don't know why. Product labels, specialty labels, yeah, just all kinds of awful.
Get you a menu of all these things you do.
Oh, geez, I know, and I keep
laminate it.
forgetting.
Wait a minute, do we know anybody that can laminate?
I guess I could make a little booklet.
She used to have this trifold brochure that was kind of really colorful and kind of had like a rainbow on it. And I think it had a rose on it, I think.
That, yeah, I've redesigned it a little bit, but yeah, I do have
And
that.
it
And I
listed
keep forgetting to bring
everything
those.
she did. So, you know, might talk to her about getting one of those or so.
Well, you know, the mechanic's the last
Public
person to
kids
work on
don't
his own
do
car.
Yeah, same thing, same
But-
thing. All right, anything else? Any questions?